Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Gary Shipman, and I'm coming at you live. I thought I'd come on, do a live stream, do some drawing maybe. Let your friends know. Also, I am on YouTube. I think the chat on YouTube will do voice to chat or text to chat. You guys want to check it out?
Hi.
See if that works. Yes, it does work.
Welcome all.
Ooh, look at that. So if you guys want to hear yourself, hear your chat being read, if you go to my YouTube channel and type in the chat there, if there's like questions or anything like that, the name of my channel is Gary Shipman Art, just like here on Whatnot. Gary Shipman Art on Whatnot, back and forth. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can go over to Whatnot. Hey, I should cross pollinate, right? With links and whatever.
https://www.whatnot.com/live/bf55AA1-7-B66F-4DFF-B79C-79FFD6A077A ?
Okay, that's a mouthful. So actually, I didn't even have to do that on YouTube. So if you go to the description, there's a link in the description over to the Whatnot if you want to join over there. If you want to hear your chat, if you're on Whatnot, if you want to hear it being read by Jarvis, go over to YouTube and let me give you the link for that. No, it is not 7. I came on a little early just because that's the way I roll. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm hoping that somebody will come in on YouTube and use the chat so I could carry on a conversation. If you guys have any suggestions of a drawing that I should do tonight, that would be cool. Otherwise, I could just come up with my own, whatever I think would be fun at this point. So please say hello. Also, they did some special thing with tapping the screen. There's a new feature or something where you can do special hearts. I don't know if you triple tap or if it's a double tap, but they said they were launching it today on Whatnot. So give it a whirl. I don't know if it's any different. So just give it a try if you want. So I'm multicasting, multi-streaming. Can you do a Goron from Zelda? I don't know what that is, but let's take a look. If it's awesome enough, maybe I could. He's kind of ugly. Any other suggestions? So the reason why I have this box is because I worked on this set for X-Men 97 card set. I'm going to move it though. We'll run some auctions here. Here's a rogue. Let's run a rogue real quick if anybody's interested in rogue. And I'll try to figure out something to draw that'll be fun. I haven't played Zelda that much. All the packs are gone, and I don't think there was any gum in any of them. So, yeah. I'm going to draw. Let's see, what should I draw? Superman, maybe? Did you guys see the trailer for the Superman, the new Superman movie? They came out with a new trailer, and it was pretty cool. Superman. I don't think I can play any music. So say hello if you're watching on YouTube. I'd like to see if Jarvis is working, if you wouldn't mind being so kind. Oh yeah, I was gonna run rogue, wasn't I? Run rogue. We don't need this box. I'm gonna try just freestyling this, see what comes out. Sometimes it's fun to just not use pencil and see what comes out, you know? So, did anybody see the trailer for the Superman? The new Superman movie coming out? Faux Leaf, welcome. Where's my Darth Vader at? There he is. Any comic book stories today? Let's see, what comic book stories? I don't have a whole lot, or maybe they're not that interesting. I don't know what it is, but or maybe I forgot them. The only ones that I can remember are the ones I told. The one I told yesterday about Mike Mignola, and well, there's. I mean, I've met different people, but it wasn't like we went out to dinner or anything like that. You know, it was just like meeting them at a show and then having them look at my artwork and telling me, giving me advice or whatever. And Klaus Janson was very friendly towards me. I mean, he was very kind, and he said that that he didn't see any reason why I couldn't be working in the industry, right then. But I didn't go that way. Well, he asked me, he said, I could get you a job right now as a colorist. This was real early on. I was maybe 18 or so years old. He said, what is it that you want to do? And I said, I want to be a penciler. Since then, I've I don't really do a lot of penciling. I mostly just do inking. I'm more of an inker, but only because I don't think that I need to use all the pencils to achieve. Like in comic books, mostly what they do is they pencil things like as if it was a finished drawing, you know, and it's like then someone just basically kind of traces it over. I mean, I hate saying trace because there's more to it than that. There's some people that are really good at inking and they make the pencils look even better than they looked. But that being said, mostly it just seems like, yeah, I'm going to ink this anyways. All this is going to be inked. So why do I need to go and do all this pencil work and make it look so finished that way? So I started like just bypassing the pencils sometimes. Like I need to get, or even for example, like this piece, this is all just ink. I didn't do any pencil at all. It is harder to do, obviously, but I've found that when I'm doing pencil work, that I'm more confident with a pencil. Everybody is. I think they're more confident with a pencil because they know that if they make a mistake, they can erase. And if you make a mistake with ink, there's the feeling, at least, that you can't erase. And like it's done, like whatever you put down with ink is done. That isn't exactly true, but I do understand the feeling because I feel it as well. I feel like there's a finality or finality or whatever to the lines that I'm putting down. And obviously you don't want to make a mistake, but when I've done pencil stuff, I've realized I don't like I'll do pencils and pencils, and then I would be doing pencils and I would never erase. And then the thought occurred to me, well, why don't I just try penciling with a pen and think of it the same way? Like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna um, be afraid of the pen and act like, oh, it's final, and if I mess up, that's the end, of it all. And so I picked up a pen and I just started drawing with a pen. And I think it's a good exercise for people to get into because you lose that fear of making a mistake. And And also, mistakes aren't that terribly bad, you know. If you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world, is what I'm saying. But so, anyways, yeah, I didn't take the job with Klaus Janson as a colorist because I wanted to be a penciler, which I now feel like, boy, that was a missed opportunity. Because I think at the time he was working on Dark Knight Returns, the Batman one. If he was gonna hire me as a colorist, he could have had me work on that book, but maybe not. I mean, they had Lynn Varley was the one who ended up coloring it. She did a great job. So that's one of my stories, I guess. Did you study what is that? Caricatures, or are you self-taught? Yeah, well, I studied myself. So, yeah, I'm self-taught, but it still took study. Another thing that occurred to me about art and drawing and things like that, what's kind of been fascinating to me too, but it just occurred to me that there are people who, like everybody, you know, we all can identify an object, you know, just by seeing it, you know, and we don't have to be looking at an object all the time in order to hold it in our minds. Like if I showed you, you know, I don't even have, what can I show you? Pen. Here, there's a pen. You immediately know what this pen looks like. You recognize it in your mind. So if I take it away and I say, "Do you know what the pen looked like?" You still have somewhat of a memory of it. And depending on how much you were paying attention, you probably could say what color it was, you know, or if you saw some of the writing on it, you could say what was written on the pen, like what was the manufacturer's name, or, you know, what kind of a cap did it have, things like that. But so that being true, um, like, or if I say apple, you immediately know what an apple looks like in your mind, even though there's not an apple in front of you. So because you know what it looks like, you have a mental um, idea of what it is. So we don't need to look at things constantly to know what they look like. But yet we feel like, as when we're drawing, if you ever tried drawing something, you feel like you got to look at it constantly. Like, what does it look like? I forgot what an orange looked like. Um, and those are pretty simple objects because they're, you know, spherical and whatnot. But it just got me thinking that we have things in our minds already. So we don't have to always have reference. That's why, like, I could try to draw something. If you guys name something, I could try to draw it, and you'll have to take my word for it that I'm not using reference. Let me sign this first. I mean, obviously, it's on my honor. I could be using reference and not telling you. But if I just tell you I'm not going to use reference, say something. I mean, it could even be like a character of or something, and it may be not one that I know real well, but I know it enough, like, and I could try to draw it just from my memory and see what it looks like. Might be a disaster in the making, but we could give it a try, and we could test my theory of memory of what's in our minds. Okay, I'm trying to find something white to lay this on so I can take a picture. All right, there it is, Superman. And I tried to make him like Christopher Reeve, so I don't know how well I did. But that's okay, right? All right. So there is Superman. We'll run an auction on him. Is anybody here on how come I can't hear you guys talking? What is going on?
Hello.
There it is. Now I hear you. Past Master Dan was on. I don't know if he still is. Sam is on, said hello just now on my YouTube channel. Thank you. So I'm going to run this Superman. Let's see. Superman, where is he? Not showing up. How you doing, Sam?
Hello, it's Sam Rogers.
There's Past Master. Now we hear you. How have you guys been? Long time no see.
Mort Drucker was a hell of a caricature artist. Things are great.
Noish. Mort Drucker. I may know who it is, but I don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. But maybe I do if I was to see some artwork. There it is, Superman. Okay.
He was a Mad Magazine artist.
Oh, did he? Yeah, he did like the funny ones, right? I know who you're talking about. Yeah, sorry. Mad Magazine. Okay, so here's our Superman, Christopher Reeve-ish style. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube and whatnot right now at the same time. So for those of you that are on
Posted on X.
post what's posted on X. Yeah, if you guys could share this out, let people know. I haven't been doing live streams on YouTube in a long time, so this is rare. Where I'm seeing how it's going. It looks like it's going pretty good. I'm liking it. I hope you guys are liking it over there on the YouTube side. And I hope everybody's cool on the whatnot side. If you guys want to join the whatnot,
Good evening.
I gave you a shout out.
thank you. I appreciate that. Past
From
master.
Twitch side.
Okay, so now Tim is over on Twitch talking to us from Twitch. Hey Tim, how you doing? So if any of you that are on the on the YouTube side, if you go to the description of the live stream, there's a link in there to whatnot. It and then I think I don't know if it's to this specific one. If you wanted to bid on this Superman sketch card, you could. And I have other stuff on whatnot. This is how I'm speaking mostly to YouTube people right now. This is how I've been able to keep things going, kind of support wise, keep the lights on and over on whatnot. And it's been kind of nice. But I've also wanted to get my YouTube channel back up again. And we're coming up on almost, we're at like 900 and maybe 10, I think. Yeah, it says right there, 910 subscribers on YouTube. And so, yeah, I'm glad of that because I lost my
Hello, Tim and Past.
really fast. Hello, Tim and Past. Yeah, so I don't know if you heard that, Tim. You just got a hello from
Do you
Sam
do
Rogers.
commissions?
Yeah, I do commissions. I have comic blanks. I have all kinds of stuff over on the whatnot. I'll show you some stuff as soon as this is done. As soon as Superman is done here. And it's kind of cool. You guys can see it on YouTube, the time that's left and all that. That's pretty cool. So this is kind of new for me. But I will be doing um, drawings and things like that too live. So if you were here earlier, if you just popped in now, you aren't seeing me drawing, but I drew this Superman while on stream. So it was a live stream drawing. Also, thank you, Tim, for the bid on Superman. Is it not show? Oh, yeah, it says one bid. Yeah, it shows. It doesn't really show it the same way on Whatnot because on Whatnot it puts the person's name at the top who's winning. So right now, Super Sigi is winning the Superman sketch card. If you guys want me to do an experiment of drawing something just from my memory, and I promise that I won't use reference. I'll just do it from my memory. We'll see if it looks
How does Superman shape? You should post a link to your website.
to my website. Can I? What about my link tree? That has everything. But I can do my website too.
Shaves with a mirror and uses his laser vision.
That's right, he does. All right, you should share your website. Here's the link to my website. And I'll put it over here as well.
https://www.garyshipmanart.com/
All right, thank you so much, Tim. You're the winner of Superman. Superman. Did you see the trailer for the new one that's coming out? Looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Man, I was blown away by it.
I'm hyped.
I am hyped too.
Nice.
I wasn't as hyped before, but now after seeing this new trailer, man, it was good. So let's run Darth Vader. If you guys want me to do it, an experiment, just let me know. I'm not going to do these as long. Maybe do 2 minutes on this one. So here's Darth Vader's sketch original art. I did this one last night, I think. But I will do some I'll do some drawing. Oh wait, over on
That's a good thing, Earth.
okay, wait a minute. I'm not seeing I'm not reading the chat on Whatnot anymore. I'm getting sidetracked with YouTube. So I have 2 chats, maybe 3 chats going on. That's a good thing. What? That's a good thing, Earth? Okay, so it looks like Godzilla Golf said Super Bro Man. What is Super Bro Man? Is it a character? See, I have to have seen it before. Otherwise, I can't draw it. That's the other caveat.
Sorry, did not mean send that.
Oh, okay. So if you guys want me to try to draw something just from memory, name a character in the chat and I'll draw it from memory. And depending on how good my memory is, we'll see if it looks like them or not. Or not. I can just do a serious drawing. Garfield the cat. I could try. I've never drawn Garfield the cat before. and I have a memory slightly of it. I never read the comics or anything.
The Shadow.
The Shadow. Here's a rogue up for auction. All right, I'll do the Shadow from memory. The thing about doing the streams on YouTube is that I have to be careful playing music. Have you ever seen what is it? Half Court from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? No, I have not. Garfield as a Shadow. So is there anything different going on Whatnot with the tapping the screen? They said that they were launching a new heart system. Have you guys noticed that? Like when you tap different ways, like maybe two finger tap or I don't know what it is. I'm tapping it and it's nothing happening on my end. But I can't do it because I'm streaming, so it won't let me. The Punisher. Oh yeah, I was gonna show some stuff, wasn't I? Some commissioned stuff. All right. Anyways, we have some other sketch cards that are done. Let me just get this off of here. All right. All right. So we have the Punisher and who is it? Garfield. Drawn then. All right. So I will attempt to do. Oh, the Shadow. That's right. All right. So let's get all this stuff out of the way. Shove all that up there. I tapped copy and I copied your link. Ooh, nice. All right, so I'm going to try the Shadow first. So I know that he has like a.
Who knows the darkness that lies in the hearts of men the Shadow knows?
I'm assuming we're doing the same. We're talking about the same dude here. I know that he has like a hat. And then he has like a handkerchief over his eyes. or his nose, not over his eyes. Bless you.
Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome. For what? You think he has like a trench coat type situation? The chateau. Okay, I'm going to give this away on Whatnot. So if you guys are on YouTube and you'd like a chance to win this, grab the link in the description to Whatnot and hop over there, and you can enter to win this as soon as I start running it. Okay, so good way.
Godzilla Gold asks if you have a photo memory.
No. Well, I have a memory. I think I have a memory like everybody else, and we can see pictures in our memory, but I don't have like what I guess the term is a photographic memory. No, I don't. So I'm gonna make mistakes by going from memory. All right, so let's get into it.
Godzilla Golf asks if you use Pinterest for reference photos.
No, I usually go to Google. I didn't for this one. This was just out of my head because I was doing an experiment to see if what it would look like if I just did it from memory. Why is Pinterest a good place to get reference? Did I start the giveaway? Yeah, we have 2 entries on the giveaway. So
Godzilla Golf asks how long after high school did you start drawing comics for a living?
the first comic book that I got to draw that would have been like a professional job was I think I was boy my wife and I we were dating at the time, so I think and I had been maybe drawing it for a little bit, and I think maybe I was 19 or 20. Um, and the book is called Edge, and it shows its age.
Lightside says, hey Gary. Hope you're having a good night.
I am having a good night. I hope you are too. So we're giving away this shadow drawing that I did from memory. If anybody would like to get a drawing commission or anything like that, let me know. I have comic blanks, and I can just do things on sketch cards or paper, different sizes. All right, we got about 2 minutes left on this giveaway.
Lightside asks, what is that bot you're using for the questions?
The bot,
He wants to use it for his shows.
um, it's called speech chat. Just type in Google speech chat, and then you have to hook it up to either YouTube or Twitch. It doesn't work through Whatnot, so you have to kind of bypass it and go to other platforms. And if people are like Tim right now or Super CG
Meet Tim Bot.
is he's over on Twitch, I believe, and he's talking there, and it's showing up here. So he's reading the chat in Whatnot for me, and so that way it makes it easier. I can just draw things like that. I appreciate it, Tim.
Finally catching up reading chat.
I appreciate it, my friend.
Was eating a bit earlier.
We all have to do it. We all have to eat. Okay, we got about 50 seconds left on this giveaway. So, like, light side, if you go to the show notes and whatnot, you can, there's a link up at the top, I believe, and it's to my Twitch, or you could go over on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now as well. Whoever types in YouTube, uh, in that chat, it'll show up here as well. So that's Gary Shipman Art on YouTube. All right, we got 5 seconds left on this giveaway. 5 entries. Here it is. Let's see who the winner is. Turtle, you're the winner. Congratulations. You won.
Nice turtle leg.
You are the winner of this. Let's put giveaway number 1 on this. Okay, there's that. All right. Any other suggestions? Here, I have these available right now as well. Darth Vader, She-Hulk, Rogue, Wolverine, and I have a chibi thing. All right. So any questions, anyone? So now I'm at a loss at what to do. All right, so we'll run She-Hulk up for snags. Oh, you can't see it very good on YouTube. We'll just run these real quick. Supergirl up for auction.
Hi, Gary. How are you doing?
Hey, Nighthawk, how are you? Long time no see.
I am great glad to see you on YouTube again via live stream.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I'll be able to do this more regularly. I'm also streaming on Whatnot at the same time. So we got two audiences here. All right, well,
So nice Wolverine and Darth Vader sketch cards. Any updates on Titan or Packen's Land after Volume 3 of Titan?
no updates yet. I have about 10 pages done for the next issue of Titan. I'm not going to do a volume 4 right off the bat. I'm going to go to the next issue. So we ended with Titan issue number 9. So I'm doing issue number 10, and I have about 10 pages done. And I'm going to do a bit more before I launch a crowdfunding thing. Maybe try to build up the YouTube channel more. Maybe get like 1,000 subscribers, and then hopefully that would help things that way. If anybody is interested in a drawing, let me know. I have comic blanks that I can do, and I also have just paper and sketch cards and all kinds of stuff. Oh wait, I thought I had some options. Ew, I could run these. I forgot. They're not in here. It's time. Where are they? Yes, there they are.
You should draw something right now while we wait for the cards to sell. Turtle Lie asks, if I get Titan #1, can you sign it?
Yes, I'll sign it right here on the stream. What should I draw, Nighthawk? I've drawn Superman and the Shadow already tonight. All right, let's see what we got. Titan #1. Sold.
Paul from Hacken's Land meeting Titan.
Oh, that's a lot to draw. Here's Titan #1. Mhm. All right.
What about Titan in the jungle?
Titan in the jungle.
So is this going to be a sketch card piece?
Yes, it is.
Turtle Lair says thanks for signing it. Looks like Titan with his hand going outward towards the viewer.
You're right. And you're welcome to Turtle.
So, Gary, how's Kiki the cat and the family doing?
Everybody's doing good. The cat is annoying. Doing cat stuff.
Does the cat live with you again?
Yes.
So, what about Shani?
No, she lives in a place where she can't have animals. So we had to take Kiki back. But she's going to be moving again and she'll take Kiki with her.
I'm heading out. Have a good evening, everyone.
All right, Tim, thanks so much. Have a good evening.
Oh, wow. So, what's Shani been up to lately?
Just working and stuff. Same old, same old.
Any new Shani sketchbook volume 2?
No, she hasn't been doing a lot of artwork these days.
That's sad. I like her art. Her skills are awesome. Was kind of hoping you would have her draw your comic story Banana Famine.
Yeah, she's got her own stuff going on.
And then you could paint it. With watercolor. So you ever want to collaborate on that project again? After my one-page collab that I sent you in the mail back in 2022, Gary.
I wouldn't mind, but I just don't have a lot of time right now to do stuff. I got 4 projects sitting right over here that I have to get done. One of them is due in about 4 or 5 days. And then the other ones are due in like June or July. I'm not sure. And then I also have a Titan to work on. So,
All right, what projects are you doing lately? New sketch cards.
yeah, I'm not allowed to talk about them right now. But as soon as I can, I will let you guys know. Hey, we got 4 people watching on YouTube. If you are able, I'd love to hear you in the chat or see you in the chat. Say hello. I'd like to see who's here, unless you can't or you just don't want to. I understand.
What can you share? That is done projects.
I worked on the X-Men 97 sketch cards. These. And I'm not sure what else I can say. I worked on some other ones. They're still to be announced. And then I have 4 other projects over here, like I said, that I can't talk about.
I saw your new posts about the X-Men sketch cards. Where can you find those boxes?
I'm not sure. I think they're all sold out now. They're like really expensive. I'm not sure even what they started at, but they're a lot. They're like, I don't even know. Um, Maybe like $200 a box now. But there's a few people that have pulled cards that I did and they're selling them on eBay. And they're going for a lot of money.
Oh wow, inflation hurts.
Did you see the new trailer for Superman, Nighthawk? Gary is drawing Elf. That's what someone said on Whatnot. Not quite.
I might have my first comic book published and printed through my friend's publishing company since I don't want to crowdfund, and yes, the trailer for Superman looks good.
Hey, congratulations. I haven't drawn Titan in so long. This is kind of fun. Yeah, I thought the Superman trailer looked really good. I'm looking forward to that one.
Thanks, I see how hard crowdfunding can be with distribution since other people are either always late or some have still never put their comics out at all, like Mike hasn't put Lone Star 3 out still.
Is it done?
And Kevin Sharp never put his 2019 comic out as far as I am aware of still either.
Are either of those books done? Do you know?
I think Mike finished coloring Lone Star 3 but hasn't given updates since last year on his Discord, and he's now doing one or selling drawings.
Huh, interesting.
I've been checking Kevin Sharp, he only draws new stuff but doesn't talk about his comic anymore.
It's weird.
I wonder if he got burned out doing it because he never got it printed.
I don't know. I've popped onto his Whatnot show a couple of times and just said hello. I don't know anything though that's going on with that. And Mike stuff too. I don't know what's going on there.
Mike's been drawing different characters like Superman and Wonder Woman and Flash and other heroes like Spider-Man for people and does his DMQ streams on YouTube still. Just yesterday they did Catwoman.
Hmm. I love watching a sketch come to life. Thank you, Turtle.
Last week they did Venom on DMQ.
They did.
Mike's also been posting to his Instagram account his new art and it all looks so good.
Well, that's cool. This is getting me kind of excited about doing more Titan stuff.
I've been trying to rebuild my personal artwork collection for my own projects since my house got flooded last year in September.
Yeah, how's that going?
finally moved back into the house after it got rebuilt inside back in March this year. Since the contractors were so busy, they took most of February off from working on my house doing other houses. But they finished it all up and our house looks way better than before.
Nice.
I lost all my older artwork except for what I took with me to my grandpa's house back in September, which only goes back to September 12th, 2024. I managed to get some art I did from my uncle of mine.
Well, you better get to work then.
Which one piece from 2021?
You got some work to do, buddy.
I have a binder getting full of my new art plus my newest sketchbook. I also am doing new sketch cards too.
That's cool. Never give up, man. Never give up.
Yep, a lot of my trade paperback comics from DC Comics got ruined by the flood, like all my 100-page giant comics that I had gotten in the last couple of years are ruined.
Mm. That's too bad. All right, there's Titan. Let's take a picture of them.
The only comics I have now are my single-issue comics in my comic short box with my slightly damaged Batman Dark Knight Returns trade that is the 30th anniversary. I can read it, but the pages are bent. Mostly the cover is bent and the first few pages inside are bent in the top corner.
That's too bad.
But they're still readable.
Okay.
You leaving Gary?
No. Let's see. Watching. Okay. Anybody has any questions, let me know. This piece is available.
All right, draw Godzilla.
Well, I think if there's no other pieces, I think I'm going to call it a stream. Hopefully, more people will come on to YouTube, because I haven't been doing YouTube live streams in a long time. Maybe I'll do more of these. Hopefully, it'll catch on. It'll be a way of reconnecting with the YouTube audience. And if the YouTube people want to come over to Whatnot, there's a link in the description to come over. And if the people in Whatnot want to come to
All
YouTube,
right, well, it's 3 people watching and 5 likes here.
Sweet. If the people on Whatnot want to go to YouTube, just search my name, Gary Shipman Art, on YouTube, and you can come over there as well. But go check out my other videos that are, my other shows that are posted, and you can bookmark them if you'd like to be notified the next time we do a live stream. Alrighty. So come back next time with your ideas, and we'll see if we can do some more drawing. Peace, everybody.
Have a nice evening tonight. Good night, Gary.
YouTube.